Nashville Superspeedway and the Truck Series is back. After the real life series took a couple of weeks off, we are back and ready to run Nashville Superspeedway. Should be a really fun one, I think. I think it's a night race, if I remember correctly. The first up, we got to qualify. I think it's a pretty low car count this week, so everyone's going to make it in. But I'm still going to try and put in a decent lap if we can. Wasn't very quick in practice, but I didn't run any laps on the Q set in practice. I just ran some practice laps on the race set. I did some laps on the Q set earlier this week. Thank you to Daniel, as always, for sending them. And it should be a fun one. Always love running Nashville. Oh, big tight in 1 and 2. Probably should have done a couple of warm-up laps on this set to remember how to drive it. That's alright. Try and get a decent exit here. I don't think I'm entering the corner hard enough. That was not a good exit.
One more lap.
It's going to be a .3, it looks like. No, .2. See if we can get a .1. Really overdrive 1, but we're going to get an alright exit. See if we can do a little bit better in turn 3 and 4 this time. Yeah, that's better. Better. All the way better. Cut a little apron. Not going to be a .1, I don't think. .2. 208. Puts us up to P9. Scott up on pole right now with a 30.007. And Colton right behind him. Colton was looking quick in practice. I think he's going to be very fast this week, as he always is anyway. But we'll see if he can complete the sweep of the league races these last 2 days. That would be cool. I think this is another track that we're going to have a shot at winning. Gateway was one of them, but there were so many fast people there. Had nothing for those guys. But there's no Cabe this week. And no Nick Robinson. We do have Ryan Carwile, Scott, Colton. Tyler's been really fast. Dylan's always really fast. So we definitely have a lot of competition still. But who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll try and stay up front the whole time if we can, or towards the front. Let me put my race set back in before I forget. Thank you to Daniel for sending us these. And this should be a fun one. How many laps are we doing? 150? Is that right? Let me check and see what the stages are. I think he said 45, 95. Yeah, 45, 95 for the stages. 4 sets of tires. Should be interesting. I think we can go... I don't think we need to pit at all in the first stage if it goes green. I think we can go like 55 laps on a tank. So pretty much right after the stage ends, I imagine everyone's going to start pitting. Assuming cautions. We'll probably stay out until after the first stage. And then we'll have a pit stop and go to the second stage, and then I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's going to depend on how cautions fall. We may not get any cautions. This could be all green. Wouldn't that be something? That would definitely open up some strategies. Shane hoping race pace is slower. You're at a 2.25. I mean, that's right around us, so. Oh, Nick just beats us on a second lap. Does a 1.82. Ryan beats us as well. We're like down into 10th or 11th or something now. Oh, Matthias goes up front with a 0.02. Barely beating Scott. Great job to him. They're looking really quick up there. Nick Martin's up there. Chad, Alex. Dylan, Ryan, Nick, and then me, and then James Hester. Looking like a pretty fun field. Should be a really good race. Billy's down there with a 3.92. None of us are too far off, seems like. They're still really fast up ahead, though, 2/10. Hopefully we can stay in the top 10 and get some stage points. Because we desperately need points. P11. Let's go see where our pit stall is for the warm-up. Looks like right before this opening in the wall there. Nick is going to be right in front of us. Cool. And Tom is starting in the back. Matthias thought about starting in the back, but now he's on pole, so that's a little bit different strategy. We'll go around and practice a green flag pit stop if we can. It's going to be interesting to see how this track will feel once we get to night. Obviously I've raced it at night before, but I mean specifically this setup in this truck once we get night. Should I try and pit? Nick's right behind me and he's not going to know. How many laps do we got? We'll go another time around. I might try and let him by. Or I'll just stop in front of him and see if he can react in time. I'll run high here.
Inside. Still there? Hold the line. Still there. All clear, all clear.
I'm going down here. Maybe he'll know I'm pitting. Looks like he does, yeah.
Outside.
Right after the ally sign, I think.
Clear high.
It seems scary and aggressive, but not too difficult to get it slowed down there. So that should be fine.
Pit boxing 10.
I wonder what tires are going to look like as well. We're doing 100% track
3,
usage, and it's going to be at night.
1. Right here.
I feel like it's going to get really tight. We might be dealing with right front problems the whole time. We will see.
That's it, go.
What were the tires there? It's going to be a little loose off the corner, especially out of turn 2, it seems like. I've been getting kind of loose there the few laps that I've done. So maybe that'll balance it out. I'm not sure. Oh, that's why he couldn't pass us. He got way loose underneath us. I was pretty sideways up top as well. It's going to be loose on cold tires. But I think later in the run, it's going to really tighten up. But that will be a good pit entry, I think. If we can just do that in the race. We're going to have to be a little bit more careful on very worn tires. I think this is a track you really want to prepare for a green flag pit stop. And we get a good pit stall. So, exciting. Should be fun. Should be really fun. Got a couple more minutes left. We are going to be starting 11th. What are we timing-wise for practice here? We got 7th right now with a .4. Let me triple check that I'm running the race set. Okay, we definitely are. It says 57 laps for fuel. I think it's closer to like 55, 54, 55. I think. It will be interesting to see what everyone's going to do. And let's see, coming up on the schedule, let's see if I can find that.
Just on an average, what are most of you running for your steering ratio? If you care to share, that is.
Next up on the schedule is going to be Mid-Ohio, so that will be very interesting. And then I think it's another week off, and then Pocono. And then Richmond, and then IRP. That'll be a fun one. Richmond might be really tough. I really struggle there. I think the playoffs start at Richmond, don't they? They might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many races? 10 races in the playoffs? Maybe Pocono's the first one. I don't know. At any rate, we got Mid-Ohio coming up next. Truck Series. Well, we have a off week again next week. So in real life, Truck Series just has a bunch of off weeks at this time of the year, since they don't run a full 36 lap or 36 race schedule like Cup does. Tell everyone good luck, and let's get out there and refresh the paints before we get going.
You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over.
Yeah, I figured. 150 laps at Nashville Superspeedway. It should be a lot of fun. Good lap to Matthias up there, getting the pole. And we'll see if we can settle into a top 10 position and get some stage points. I'd love to finish ahead of Nick, but that might be tough. He's starting ahead of us, and I feel like that outside it's going to be pretty good, and it might be tough to pass, especially early on, but we'll see how it goes.
Additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
4 sets of tires. I imagine we're going to be taking 4 tires each time, though I should try the 8 tire strategy towards the end if I can. We got Ryan starting off right in front of us. James to our outside.
All right, man, we're going green next time.
And
all right, man, line up on the inside row.
Alexander, I think, starting right behind us. So cool. This will be a fun one, I suspect. Let's try and save some fuel here. Not that it's going to matter, I don't think. We're going to be pitting like right after stage 1. I think is how we're all going to play it. Maybe the lap after stage 1. We will all see how it goes. But coming to the green here for finally another truck race.
Get ready.
Looking to have a good time.
All right, man. The pace car is in. All right, man. The pace car is in.
Can't see the leader, but that's going to be all right.
Green, green, green.
He's going on green. We all get stacked up there. I don't know if Ryan got loose or he
Stay low, dude.
had to check up because he was going to hit the back of Alex.
Still there.
We lose a little bit of ground there, but that's all right. Oh, and we get an immediate caution. That's not what I expected to have happen.
Past the 8.
Weird.
Let the 04 car by.
Did not expect that at all. We all got stacked up there. I don't know if people were trying to jump it or what. I figured we'd go long green, but that might be our only caution. Interesting. I think we're back to 12th now.
04 car. Catch the 71 car.
Which is fine. Shane is still behind us, so
Pit road is now open.
all that must have been behind him. Very weird. The Nashville Superspeedway races this week have not been super clean. This is usually one of the cleanest tracks we get. Is anybody going to drop down and get fuel? I don't think there's any point to that, because you're still going to want to get stage points. Maybe if you're outside the top 10 way back there, you might. But here where we are, I don't think it makes any sense to pit.
Pit road is closed.
Billy's going to pit road. Did he get damaged from that?
Good.
Oh, I forgot to unmute them. I was hoping to hear what happened and no one was talking. I thought I unmuted him. Early caution to start this one. but that's alright. We're gonna get long green runs here. I guarantee it. Mark my words. We got 20-something people in here. We can go long green at Nashville Superspeedway. No problem.
What is this guy doing?
That might be his setup wrong, something wrong. He was having problems.
Yeah, I just had black screen, but it came back. I don't know what to do.
Shane had another black screen? I thought he got it figured out. What is going on with that? That stinks.
So you held a pretty good line for no screen. That's pretty good.
Dang. He's behind me.
Well, I could hear I was in the grass, so I was just trying to keep it there.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye. All right, man. Line
Muscle
up on the
memory,
outside
right?
row now.
It's just after 7 o'clock in sim, and I think the sun is going to set around
I don't
8.
understand because I haven't done it all day, and now it just does it.
So we should be getting into night for sure, I think. But half the race is going to be in the day. A little around half.
That's the cruel joke of it all.
Yeah, I know, right? Like my OBS crashing. It doesn't happen any other time except my league races. Literally hasn't been an issue in any other thing I record. And hopefully we don't have an issue in this race. But I haven't had it in the last... I didn't get it in the last league race at least, so maybe it's fixed now. I'm always worried about it though. Don't want the recording to get ruined for no reason.
Get ready. The pace car is in. All right, man. The pace car is in.
Alright, going earlier this time. That'll get us spread out a bit. At least Shane was able to recover from his screen problem. At least it looks like that. Well, let's try and get some track position here, if we can. But still very early. Plenty of time to be patient. Ooh. Got loose and clipped the apron there. I'm gonna try and get a run underneath James if I can.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in C2 just hit the fastest lap. 30.
Thought he overdrove it.
159. Got one outside.
Okay, we're just gonna spin out.
Outside.
I don't like the bottom,
You're clear high.
apparently.
Got one outside. Stay low. Still there. Hold your line.
Try and get settled back down. Top 10 slipping away.
Hold your line.
Only on lap 6 though. 7.
Fastest lap of the session.
That's my fastest lap of the session where I was half sideways out of turn 2.
104. Stay low.
I'm either not being aggressive enough mid-corner or the outside is just way better. I have no idea. That puts us back to 14th. That's going to be alright. For now, at least.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap. 30.097.
They're racing hard up ahead. See if we can follow Gregory on the outside, maybe. Seems to be the place to pass right now. Probably worse for tires. Bottom just seems super stacked up. Somebody just went really wide. They're 3 wide.
Got one outside.
Well, that's Matthias
Still there? Hold your line.
from the lead. That's
You're
unfortunate
clear
for
high.
him.
Clear high.
Hopefully he can climb back up later in this run. Puts us P13. Looking like it's going to be really tough to pass. Yeah, I got nowhere to go right here. I don't know which line I want to be in.
Outside. Stay low. Stay
To
low.
keep it low, try and not get it loose on the exit.
Stay low. Still there. You're clear high. Clear high.
Okay, we cleared him. He might have backed off, or he might be falling off already. I don't know. Now let's try and follow Shane. We're back to where we were, basically.
Outside.
James
Stay
pushes
low.
off the top, or off the bottom. Get a run underneath
Stay
him.
low. There's a car on the high side. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. All clear. All clear.
Okay, well, brand new tires looks like the top's good, but just a couple laps after that, looks like it's no good at all. I don't know about that.
7.
Or I was just really underdriving it on the bottom. Huge push. We are not saving these tires. We're up to 11th now. Ryan is just up in front of Shane. And then Alex just up ahead of him. Is Nick ahead of Alex? Yes. He's at the back of that long line of cars there. We get a good run. We're going to look to the inside here.
You got one outside. Stay low.
See if we can pass Shane.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. All clear.
We
all
are
clear.
able to. And now we're in points position for some stage points.
Dig it, man. You're top 10. Good job,
I'd
man.
love to be able to get more than this. But we'll see where we end up at the end of this run. I don't know if we're going to be super quick. I feel like we're pushing too hard. Nick is really charging forward up there. Who's that way the heck out there? Is that Colton? Oh, Scott and then Colton. 6.5 and then 5 seconds. They got a huge lead already. They might just be long gone this whole race. Keep clipping the apron in 3 and 4. I need to stop doing that. Nick is moving forward really quickly. He's up to 5th already. But we're catching this group. Slowly, anyway.
First thing does not fucking care.
About to catch Alex. Oh, and he just got way loose there.
Inside.
I had to go high.
Still there.
Oh, looks like he's just backing off for us.
All clear,
Thank
all
you.
clear.
Really appreciate that.
Sorry, Nick. Nah, you good, man.
That puts us 9th.
The lead is just
I might have taken the air off his spoiler into turn 1 and 2 there, and he got really loose. He maybe could have fought back on the bottom there, but he just backs off. No need to race too wide for very long at this stage in the race. So thank you. See if we can catch the back of Ryan here. Who's leading this little line of cars here? I think it's Chad up there, and then Tyler and Nick. And Scott and Colton just in a completely different time zone up there. Barely see them. Even if they do fall off at the end of the run, I don't think they're going to fall off enough for us to catch them. They're pulling away so much. I don't even know if we're going to be able to catch this group, but at least we're getting points in this spot right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay up here. I feel like I'm pushing the right front way too much. I don't know. We'll see. But we're just kind of in ride around mode for now, as Ryan just grabbed the wall. If he does that, we might be able to catch him. That might really hurt him for speed too. I did that at Charlotte and that basically killed me. We need to be careful and not do that. Just like he did. Doesn't look to be too slow right now, but that was a pretty hard hit, it looked like. Need to quit overdriving the corners. It's really hurting me. He looks fine on speed. You can't really get caught to this line of cars. See, I stop overdriving and then I underdrive it, clip the apron and shove the nose way up and just get an even worse exit. Scott, nowhere even close, though I think he has lost some. I think they both lost a little bit of time to us, surprisingly. Scott's just a little bit closer and Colton's like 2/10 closer.
Does anybody have any suggestions on how to fix this fucking truck?
Got one outside.
Is he too tight? I think you have to lower.
Stay low.
You should have something in your black box, probably brake bias.
All clear, all
I
clear.
think that'd be about it. I'm not sure.
You can lower the spring rates. I'm not sure which
I
one.
was driving with a big cloud in front of it,
Yeah.
coming out of the corner.
It's pretty tight out of the corner. You get on it a little too hard, you can get loose, but
It's not very clear. We can barely understand you.
it's pretty tough.
He's looking for adjustments on how to make it turn.
You probably burned your right front off early in the run.
Pretty easy to do that here.
Probably a middle off thing, so I'm saying probably go up on the right rear.
Yeah. We passed Nick. And there's a little gap between Dylan and Ryan in front of us. We don't really seem to be closing that gap at all. Ryan's kind of catching them, but we're not catching Ryan.
Come on by, Nick. I'll give you the low here.
Just don't have the speed right now. Just try and put in consistent laps and be smooth and not put it in the wall. Maybe they'll come back to us a little bit. Oh, Nick pushing out real bad into 2. I'm pushing out bad. Gosh dang it, stop clipping the apron. That is just hurting me so bad. I guess I'd rather be clipping that than the wall, but if I keep clipping it, it's going to send me into the wall.
Yeah, easily take low in one here.
My bad, I didn't know you were gonna check out that early.
Thank you.
You bet.
We just can't pull any closer to these guys. Just try and stay in draft. 31.3. Well, we were quicker than he
Not
was.
hard to cook your front right here.
We were quicker than Scott that lap
There's
by a little bit,
second registration here.
but it's not helping us any. Might have lap traffic up ahead as well. I think I see three trucks up there instead of Colton and just Scott. Yeah, looks like it. Somebody's getting passed up there. James, who's very unhappy with the setup right now. And I don't blame him. It's no fun driving it super tight like that, being way off pace. I've done that a lot of times. These guys are pulling away from us. Not able to get quick enough exits to keep up. But we're in a good spot. We're in 8th. That's solid. Love to get up there and compete for some more stage positions, but it's not looking likely right now. I think we're going to pit right after the stage ends. And then we'll pit after stage 2 ends. That should be... well... it's going to be 50 laps. We should be able to make it 50 for sure, I think. We got 28 to go. And only like 10 laps for the stage. Yeah. Should be fine. They're making passes up ahead now, and they got lap traffic. That's going to slow them down a bit. As James is really struggling. That's unfortunate for him. He was up ahead of us a little bit, and he's just really struggling tight right now, and I am catching him at the worst possible place because of course I am.
Stay low.
I'm going to pit the lap after the stage ends.
All clear.
That's really early for fuel, but I doubt it's going to be super early for people on track. We're going to need to pit anyway between 1 and 2. I'm just going to do it as soon as the opportunity arises. See what pitting early is going to do. It's probably not even going to be that early. I imagine most people are going to pit right after the stage ends. I don't know though. Some people may run the tank out. Don't think it's going to be beneficial to do that. But who knows? Who knows how it's going to turn out?
I believe it just did a 31.441.
Ryan gets underneath Tyler. I'm really pushing this right front though. And we're going to be racing hard here for the stage points for the next little while. They're racing too wide and they're still getting better exits than I am.
Outside. Stay low.
See if we can get a run without pushing too bad.
Stay
It's
low.
going to be very hard to make the pass.
Stay low.
Both pushing out of the corner. Should be able to clear him. Just barely.
You're clear high. Clear high.
That puts us P7. See if we can pull away from him. I don't know if we're quicker than he is. He just got caught on the outside, but it looks like we're going to be all right. Nick is up there still moving forward. He's almost top 3. He's passing Chad, and he is top 3 now, I think. This would be a track Nick could win at, too. Chad up on the top side. Try and get up there and see if we can take advantage of anyone on the outside. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to quite yet. We got a few laps left. I keep clipping that stupid apron. Terrible.
Outside. Still there? Hold the line.
Try and get an exit underneath Chad here. He's going to be able to clear us back, it looks like. Whoa.
You're clear high. Clear high.
Go ahead, buddy.
He was able to stay ahead of us there.
Yeah, your tires are better. He just running me down there, man.
Try and get good enough exits. I just don't think we're quicker than he is. We're still ahead of Tyler, which is good. Nick is up in P3, but he hasn't pulled away once he's got ahead of this line.
The leader just did a 31.45.
31.4 from the leader. We're doing about the exact same times. But he's doing it way up there without any draft. I cannot keep up with these guys. It's alright, we're in P7. Well within the points. And we'll see what Pitt's strategy is going to do for us, if anything. Try and stay here. We got like 2 more laps and then we're going to pit. White flag for the stage, if that is a thing. It's not. Not pitting this time, we'll be pitting next time. Who else is going to pit? Is anybody else going to pit? It's just going to try it. I assume we're going to still go green. Hopefully we don't get trapped a lap down. Nick is pitting. I'm going to be pitting. Stage is over. I'm pitting this time. Nick is thinking the same exact thing that we are, it looks like.
I'm pitting this lap, Billy.
Stage is over, right? Well, I'm pitting too.
We followed Nick in. Thinking the exact same thing. We got our stage points.
No, I'm not. I missed it.
10,
Oh, dang it, Shane. That stinks for him.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. 72, 77. Really hurt that right
this
there.
lap.
Try and get a good exit and see if we can stay close to Nick.
Alright, that's it. Go.
Don't get a
Man,
speeding
my car
penalty.
is fucking slow.
The car behind you is pitting.
Gotta be real careful. Nick gets a much better exit than we do.
Outside. You're You're clear high, clear high. The leader just
Yeah, I'm
hit up
outpaired on this one.
31.541. Got one outside. Go there.
Can we catch up to Nick? He got off pit road way better than we
Clear
did.
high, clear high. The car behind you is pitching.
He's 1.4 up.
Jesus, Chad.
1.3. But I got to get past Gregory in the 18. Just did our fastest lap of the session. Should be able to clear him out of turn 2. Time that fairly good.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high, clear high.
Don't need to race too hard. Have the leaders pit yet? I don't know.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Everyone in front of us besides Nick is still on the lead lap, so they have not pit yet. They're just in the top 10 there.
The leader is pitting now.
Leader just now pitting. Nick is only 1.1 ahead, but we're not really catching him at all. Colton's on pit road.
Car 62 has taken the lead.
Dylan's just now pitting. Nick's just too quick. Thank you, Alan, for staying out of the way of new tires.
All clear, all clear. The leader is pitting now.
Around Christian here. Colton just coming out of pit road right in front of Nick. He's going to be able to take off, I imagine. Mathias is just now pitting. Just 1.1 to Nick. I just can't keep up with these guys. They're just all quicker. Where are we going to cycle through, though? Alex is still out here.
Fitting in.
Got loose there in the middle of 3 and 4. Just sitting at 1.0 with Nick. They're going to have to pass Alex on the outside, it looks like. That might gain us some time. Oh, my gosh, that was scary. I thought Alex was going to get ran into there. That was close. He kind of washed up in front of him.
After qualifying 12th, this race was crappy.
You got one outside. Still there? Hold your line.
Use the apron.
Alright, looks like you're in the top 10. Stay low.
We're back up to
You're clear
10th.
high, clear high.
Nick just passed Tyler, who's in the lead. He's 0.8 ahead of us. Colton's just gone. We're in P10. So that's good.
Outside.
We're like 4 seconds ahead of Dylan, 3.5 seconds ahead of Dylan, since he pit quite a few laps later. But is he going to be able to make that up? Maybe. We're in draft range of Nick. Wish I would have gotten off pit road better. I just can't push it or I get loose. Because we entered pit road and we were right behind him on entry.
The car behind you, Pitty.
Just getting off pit road is not something I'm very good at all. doing it quickly, I mean. Nick clips the apron, we do pretty much the same thing. 0.6 ahead, we're catching him a little bit. Dylan's coming up pretty quickly.
The leader is hitting now.
Ryan's back behind us by like 6 seconds. It's like Alan's going to inherit the lead. We're going to gain a couple spots, it looks like. Nick was in third, and he pit right when we did, and we were the first ones, it looked like. Because, I mean, we pit pretty much first available lap. Because you're not going to pit before the stage ends. Colton might be inheriting the lead. I don't know if Scott is up ahead of him or not. Tyler did really good on his tires. They're about the exact same that ours were, and he was out way longer. Now Scott's up ahead of Colton. So it looks like we're going to be in fourth. They did get their lead cut in a little bit by pitting a bit later, but other than that, they're still way out front. I think Scott's looking for 2 in a row. I think he won the last race at Gateway.
The leader is hitting now.
We're catching up to Nick here.
The leader just did a 31.505.
We got James up ahead. I'd say the leader just did a 31.5. That must have been the guy that must have been Alan before he pit.
Alright, man, that car is a lap down. Outside.
Try to get around James. We do fairly easily. Thank you.
Clear high.
And now I think we're going to pit right after 95.
I'll give you a spot.
We should be able to make it. We got 40 laps to go. We can make it to 100, I think.
There you go, man. Good job.
We overdrive turn 1 a bit.
You're good, don't worry about it.
I just didn't want to go too wide there.
Lights should be coming on soon. Well, they actually might be already on. They've made the transition much smoother. You used to be able to tell instantly when it came on at any track. Our goal now is to try and beat Nick in stage 2. He's right up in front of us. I don't know how easy it's going to be to pass. Probably not very easy. Top line looked like we could hold on pretty strong. And I still haven't been able to catch him, or even be able to make a move. Plus we just keep overdriving turn 1. Which is not the fastest way. Dylan is really catching us though. Ryan has stayed pretty far back. I'm pushing pretty hard here to try and keep up with them, try and catch them. Just not able to get it done. He's just a little bit better out of the corner. But he did just get a little bit of a push. Who just took the lead? Scott? Yeah. He's got the lead back.
Hey, go ahead, Alan.
The leader just did a 30.75.
We're about 2/10 off the leader. We're in fourth. That early pit did pay off. You gained a few spots.
Thank you.
Yep.
Dylan needs to slow down behind us. He's catching too quickly. If we get to racing Nick, he'll be right on our bumper. No, I still can't be quick enough to get to him. Oh, Ryan's out. That's unfortunate. He was struggling, I think, with setup, kind of like James was. I think that's what he said. Gosh dang it. I keep losing time. He's too quick. And Dylan's flying. We're gonna have to let Dylan go and maybe he'll open the door for us. Even if I got ahead of Nick, I don't know if I'd be able to stay ahead of him with... He's really easily able to stay ahead of me right now.
I'm done. This is no fun to me.
So we keep overdriving it so bad. Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
I'm starting to feel that way.
That was terrible. We're gonna drop like a rock at this stage.
Well, when you qualify 12, then you have a good truck, and then your truck just pushes like crazy.
Yeah, I'm having the same issues. I'm gonna take a big swing at it next stop, see how it goes.
Coming up on Dan. My setup hasn't felt too bad. I know it's tight. We're burning up the right front, but it's not terrible. Big thank you to Dan again.
All clear, all clear.
Dylan's just a whole different planet right now with speed. We're just gonna let him go into one.
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
Try and keep up with him. Maybe be able to get him if he passes Nick, or get Nick.
Right front there was 81.96.
He's got so much tire left and probably better handling and just more speed.
Like 73.86.
026.
Now my very first run was 62.85.
Oh my gosh, it's not turning. We're gonna be dead at the end of this run. Ryan probably will pass us. Chad might.
Go ahead, Rick. Did the lights just come on?
I think they've been on.
Think so.
Thanks, Shane. Hey, your tailgate's pretty cool looking. It changes colors like all over.
Yeah.
Goes from brown to black.
Man, that messed my eyes up bad. I had to check that out, Rick. I didn't know it would change colors like that.
Yeah, it's not a brown so much like a bronze, you know what I mean? It looks pretty cool. I don't know if it's just the lighting or what.
Might be the funky spec maps I was playing with.
We're just not fast enough to keep up. I keep overdriving one and pushing really bad out of turn 2. Well, Nick, I think, just had a slight crush, but we were really pushing bad out of 2. I gotta really be careful with it. We got 20 to go until the stage. I think Ryan's gonna be able to catch us because we were just falling apart, I think.
All right, we're halfway to the finish.
Just now got to halfway. I don't think you gain any time by going on the apron there, but feels faster. We just need to back it off and make it to the end without losing too much. I think that's our only hope right now. We're not going to keep up with Nick. we pushed too hard to try and close that gap after we got out of the pits, and then now we're paying for it. So should have known better than that. Maybe he'll start pushing in a few laps. I doubt it though. And Ryan is coming up quick.
Since I've been lapped on track.
Hey, to loosen the truck up on entry, do I need to put brake bias plus or negative?
I'm gonna go back on the brake bias.
What, you asked to loosen it up on entry?
Yeah, Shay.
Back.
Make that number smaller
Negative.
for brake bias. Anyway.
Thank you, Shay.
That might be something we should do. Let's actually go ahead and do that.
Did a 31.22.
Just probably leave it there. It's probably fine. Well, that felt way tighter. I don't know what's going on. Here comes Ryan. We're going to lose 5th. Try and hang on to 6th. And then pit. And hopefully be okay to the end. Can we make it to the end? We probably have to pit at like lap 100, actually. I don't think we'll be able to make it if we pit at lap 96. It'll be close.
Yeah, go ahead, Billy.
$15 to go for stage 2. We've all gotten spread out here. Cannot keep up with Nick or Dylan or anybody else up there. Just they're all able to get off the corner much better. Every time I try and be a little bit quicker through the centers, try and get a better exit, I just end up pushing out towards the wall really bad. We are not going to be able to hold off Ryan. There's too many laps left, and he has caught us by too much, and he's really close now. But big gap to Tyler. You know, 54 laps, we pit at 96. That will be close to making it. I wonder if we should try it. Maybe that'll be a little bit earlier than Nick plans on pitting, and maybe we can stretch it and gain some time on him. Feel like we could stretch it that far. I don't know if I want to be that close though. Let's calculate it and make sure. We got 7 gallons left. That's 22 laps. We're just gonna let Ryan go.
Inside. Still there. Clear low, clear low.
22 laps. Full fuel is 18. Almost 19 gallons. Let's just say 18.
Go ahead, 23.
So let's see when we get to 6 gallons left, how many laps we got.
I believe it just did a 31.3.
And then multiply that by 3. And that'll be enough. And take a full tank.
Oh, that's 33. My bad.
0.7 extra. Think we might be able to. It's gonna be close. Obviously gonna get our stage points. I think we're gonna do exactly what we did last time and pit the lap after the stage ends. And we should be able to make it, but I'm gonna double check right here. Because the speed is slowed so much. And if we have to save a little bit on track, we should be able to do that. Fuel strategy going on here. The stage ending points kind of force our hand a little bit, but we're not going to want to push it too much further than that anyway. Six gallons is 19 and a half laps. So multiply that by 3. It's 58 laps, it says, like 58 and a half.
You're losing on the car in front.
I wasn't. I'm not going to multiply 19 by 3 in my head while I'm driving, so I use my phone. So that should be plenty. 58 should be plenty to get us to the end once we pit on lap 96. I'm sure Nick knows that as well, so he may do the same thing that he did. I mean, he came out, he's in 4th right now, so it didn't really gain him anything. Maybe he'll try going long. It gained us a couple spots for a while there. We just need to do better about saving tires, I think. So we passed Tyler. We were ahead of Ryan for a while, but then he eventually did catch us. I don't know, because if we want to have his speed at the end of the run,
Thanks, Robert.
we're going to want newer tires later, so that's pitting later. I don't know what we want to do here. I think we'll go a little bit longer. I'm completely changing my mind. Let's go a little bit longer, because it didn't gain us much, and we ended up giving it back. And if we cycle through, we're going to end up pretty much around the same spot anyway. There's not a ton of fall off. Like a second and a half. Maybe just a second.
Underneath here, bud.
Alright. We've made up our mind. We're not pitting until later.
758.
We just need to do a better job at saving, and we're going to have better tires at the end the longer we stay out here. So we're going to suffer through these tires for a little while, but it should pay off in the end. Completely flipped on my idea, so we're going to turn auto fuel back on, actually. I don't know how much we're going to need. It's saying 15.3. That's probably accurate. Hopefully we can keep ahead of Tyler the whole time. I feel like our tires are kind of equalized a bit. Ryan is obviously way ahead.
All the way down the right lane, it's still just horrible.
And Nick has just pulled away, but he's just been doing much better at saving tires, and he's just been faster. So I imagine Nick might pit early. I don't know. We're gonna
Colton, go ahead.
try something. Hopefully it'll be different. Because Colton pit a bit later, Scott pit a bit later than we did, and they're still way the heck out front. Ryan, I think, pit a bit later. And we gained like 1 spot net from where we started this stage before we pit to now. I think we were in 7th, so maybe we were in 8th. The fall off is not that terrible, honestly. We just burnt the right front up, and I think Ryan just has way newer tires, but we know Nick doesn't, and he's way the heck up there too, so we just really overdrove it. We'll try and do a bit better next time. We'll see if we can. We're kind of holding steady with Tyler. He's been about 3.5 to 3 seconds back.
Alright, man.
Oh, never mind. We have a caution. That is Shane. That completely changes things. Never mind about all that then. Man, I was looking forward to seeing how that was gonna work.
How about that, Weatherman? That's good timing, huh, buddy?
That's the stage end, and we're all gonna be pitting, and we should be able to make it from here, so very interesting.
Past the 25,
I wonder if Shane had
past the
VR
pit
trouble
road is now
again.
open. Catching
Really
up
unfortunate.
71 car.
Very interesting. You know what? We're going to put full fuel in it just to keep it a little bit looser. That's going to get the rear end a bit heavier. And long run it, keep it from getting way tighter, I think. Anyway. Well,
Pit box in.
that was going to be interesting to see what happened, but now we're just going to have a race to the end.
5, 3,
But that's alright too.
2, 1.
Should still be fun.
Right here.
Tires 63, 69. Probably pretty bad. I pushed them too hard coming out of pit road to try and catch Nick.
That's it, go.
Yeah, you see Tyler 85-85. We were
Line up single file.
really abusing ours compared to the people around us. But we'll know for this one, and hopefully we'll do better. Came out right where we were. I'll go ahead and save a little bit of fuel, but we should be good. We're like 5 laps to the good. But I'll save just to make sure. But that should end the strategy, I think, for everybody. It's all going to be make it to the end from here. And we are going to try and save tires and be a little bit better than we were that run. I'm going to keep saying that until I convince myself that's what we need to do. Because I was way worse on tires. Just keep hearing a weird scraping noise every time I touch the apron. I mean, it makes sense for that sound to be there, but I don't think I've ever heard it before in this. Scott still up in the lead. I think he gets both stage wins. Is he going to get the race win for his second win of the year? I don't know. Is Colton going to be able to take it from him? Get his first win? And Dylan's going to be there too, but I don't think anyone's got anything for Colton or Dylan, or Colton or Scott. From the way this has looked so far. And now it's all going to be about speed. So should be fastest trucks get this thing. Should be a battle between Scott and Colton. Ryan looks like he got ahead of Nick there. I don't think he had quite passed Nick before that caution, but I'm not sure. They were so far ahead. We're going to be up in the outside lane. Oh, how are we going to save tires without giving up way too much?
Alright, man. Line up on the outside row now.
I don't know.
Is it 1 or 2 to green?
1.
1 to green. Should be able to make it. I don't think that's going to be a concern at all. How our caution is going to play out. We do have one more set of tires, 2 more sets. So if we go 20 laps or something, we might be able to pit for tires. But if we go that long, then everybody will be pitting. Still got a long ways to go. We still need to save our tires. Not like we did last time. Because that was very bad.
Get ready. The pace car is in. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
We get a pretty good start.
The lead is to 1 minute 24.791 inside. Alright, man, you're back in state. Clear low.
Try and get underneath Nick if we can without spinning. Not underneath Nick, but behind him. Probably have to get behind Ryan.
Got one outside.
Just get to his inside.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Oh, we're overdriving it so bad. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's not going to help us. We'll just get behind him. Try and save tires. Try and not give up too much behind us. Ooh, Nick's loose up there. Ryan just grabbed the wall again. Luckily I didn't follow him into it, I almost did.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap. 30.
Laps are getting quicker as it's getting darker and cooler. I'm trying to keep the tires on it, trying not to give up much to Alex. There's a gap behind him if we have to let him go. I don't want to get pressured into pushing too hard, especially on entry to 1. Colton just set the fastest lap. Is he going to have something for Scott at the end of this? Maybe. Pretty good gap in front of him, though. Everyone's looking a little bit loose. We can just keep up with Ryan without pushing too hard. I think we'll be in very good shape. Gotta stop clipping that apron. It's the #1 thing that's hurting me right now. That and overdriving 1.
The lead is to 30.276.
A little bit loose. I'm actually okay with it getting a little bit loose. That's why we put that extra fuel in it. Get off that right front as often as we can. Doing much better at saving so far, I think. Alex might have just caught the wall behind us. Nick is pulling away, but you know what? Maybe he's pushing a bit harder than we are, and maybe we'll be able to catch him at the end. That's my thinking right now. Because we did start catching him a little bit in the middle of that last run, but then we fell off really hard. So if we fall off early this time, maybe we'll start catching him at the end. Or maybe we'll just fall off at the end too and just fall off both sections of the run. Could happen. I think Nick is at a point where he's trying to catch those guys. He might be pushing just as hard as we were at that second run that we just did, and maybe he'll start falling off at the end because we're on the same setup. So it might happen, but he has just been a lot quicker than us this whole time too, so he could very well stay up there. I think we're doing good though. I think we're going to be okay. We're pulling away from Alex. Ryan is pulling away from us a little bit. But I don't feel like I've been pushing my tires these opening laps. I feel like we're going to be okay at the end. So far, anyway. Look how far ahead Nick's getting. He's got to be pushing hard. He may get out there far enough where even if he does fall off, we're not going to be able to pass him before the end, but Right now, I think our best course of action is sit back here with Ryan and save. It's what I'm trying to do. Trying to not turn the wheel as little as possible here. Trying not to overdrive turn 1. Make sure we don't push really bad out of turn 2. Scott has not been able to pull away. Is he even the leader right now? He is. But Colton is right behind him, and Dylan is right behind him, and Nick is right behind Dylan. All four in a line right there. We're 2/10 off the leader. Presumably doing better on tires, though I doubt we're doing better on tires than Scott. This is going to be a pretty cool battle for the lead up there at the end of this, it looks like. Hope we're close enough to see it. They may get to racing really hard. We may end up catching all of them. Plus, they may all be pushing. Though, I don't know if I'm saving enough. Or at all, really. I feel like I am. But right now, though, we might as well try it, because we're not faster than them. We know that. We were running 6th before. We might fall to 7th. Which is fine. But we got nothing to lose, really, by doing this. I mean, we're still staying here. Kind of. We're just hoping it pays off in about 20 laps. Hopefully they stop pulling away so much and start coming back to us slowly. We're 3 seconds up. I really don't know, though. They've been quicker than we have all race. Scott's got a bit of a gap now. They're still pulling away from us. Just not sure where they're gaining so much time. Even if we were not saving, they'd still be pulling away, I think. Oh, I don't know how this is going to work out. Hopefully we can at least hold on to 6th. I'd love to be able to go up there and race those guys. I just don't have the speed. I'm hoping I'm going to have better tires at the end. But with how far away they are, it's going to take a long time to get them. This may not end up working at all. It's looking like it's not going to. I know we're still early into this run, but we were seeing how the fall off wasn't that much. But it sure did feel like crap at the end of that run for us. So I don't know how this is going to go. I do not know. Nick has been 3.3 from us, 3.4, pretty much the last 5 laps. 4 or 5. We haven't been able to pull away from Alex at all. Nick Martin is in 8th now, back behind him. 3.2 to Nick. Maybe this is where we start catching him. I'd love to just be able to beat Nick. Overdrove one a little bit there, but it wasn't terrible. We might start catching them now. Maybe. Slowly but surely. I'd much rather be where Ryan is than way back here. We got 30 laps to go. I think Nick is starting to fall off though. Just, are we going to have enough laps to be able to pass him? If we even catch him. It's not looking promising. Scott has pulled away from those four. Dylan is right behind, or Colton is actually behind Dylan now. That four that were right in line, nose to tail, has broken up quite a bit. We just had a bad corner there. That was bad on the right front. Fuel-wise, we should be perfectly fine. 34 to go there and 28 left, so yeah. Doing the same laps that the leader's doing. A little bit quicker, actually, but they're still just so far ahead. 2.7 to Nick now. We definitely have caught him a bit, but just so much left to gain, and there's not that many laps left. Probably should have just went as hard as we could and done what we can. Probably be in the exact same spot that we are right now, just maybe closer. I don't know. Pulling away from Alex now a bit. We'll start going a little bit harder, I think. Just a little bit. Still don't want to push, and I don't want to overdrive one. The early laps in the run are the most important for saving anyway. 2.4 to Nick, 1.4 to Ryan. Is Ryan going to be able to catch Nick, or are we going to have to pass him before we can get there? I don't know. I find it fairly unlikely we're going to get either of them, to be honest. But we're going to try. We are catching them. There's just not enough race left, I don't think. But he might start falling off faster and faster as we go. Oh, how is this going to work? I don't know. 24 to go. We have to work to get around Ryan, assuming we can catch Ryan. That might kill our chances for catching Nick, because that will use up tire and probably time. And Ryan's going to want to get the best finish he can get. I don't even know if we'll be able to pass him if he fights us hard. It's going to be tough. I think our tires are definitely better. We're just so far back. 1 second to Ryan, 1.8 to Nick. We might have enough laps to get it done. We might. Colton's actually fallen back a little bit to the back or the front of the Nick. They were all pushing really hard there. They got a nice gap, and that's going to buy them so many laps that we don't have an opportunity to pass them, even if our tires are better. And there's the apron. Not good. I just don't think we're catching them quick enough. 20 to go. 21 to go. I think that's Shane up there. It is. Going a lap down. Or another lap down. Getting lapped again.
20 more laps.
20 to go. Been pushing way too hard in 1 and 2 last couple laps, I think. We have gained time. Not gaining it quick enough, I don't think. I don't know, 20 laps is a while, and I just overdrove it massively. Wouldn't be able to get Shane after we get out of the corner, at least.
Outside. Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
Ryan got a bit loose there. Got Robert in the 23 up ahead of Nick. Nick is pushing hard to try and catch Colton, which he might be able to do. We almost caught Ryan. Robert just got the wall. He's gonna have to go high, unfortunately.
Inside.
That worked about as horrible as it could have for us, unfortunately. Are we going to be able to get Ryan? Possibly. I doubt we're going to be able to get Nick. Doubt we're going to be able to get Nick. We might be able to get Ryan. Though I don't know. Coming around to get 15 to go. I still have been overdriving 1. And it's been getting tight. Got Dan coming out of the pits. Oh, please. I'm going to have to enter high. Okay, that didn't hurt us too bad. These are all timing out really bad for us. Ryan pushed up a bit. It's going to be so difficult to make a pass. We're still just not fast enough on exit. But we're getting a good run here. He grabs the wall.
Got one outside. Stay low. Stay low.
try and get it to turn. Just not able to clear them, and Nick's just going to pull away so much right here doing this.
Still there? Hold your line.
Should be able to clear him though.
You're clear high. Clear high.
Puts his P5. I will take that. Nick pulls away a bit. 12 to go.
Good job, man. You're back. Good job, man.
And if we can get to Nick, pass is going to be exponentially more difficult than it was on Ryan right there, and that was not easy. That's going to be right at the end, and we know Nick's going to want to beat us for sure. I don't think we're going to even be able to catch him. Doubt we're going to even be able to catch him, but at least we got around Ryan. We need Nick to have a big push out of turn 2 one of these laps. He's been really steady though this whole time.
The lead is just on 31.489. We have 10 to go this time by.
10 laps to go. We're not gaining on him quick enough. 1.2, 1.3. Just haven't been quick enough this whole race. Now I'm overdriving it, trying to get more speed out of it than I can get. That's just going to kill our exit and our right front. Not going to be quick enough, I don't think. We haven't gained anything like the last 4 laps, so. At least we got the P5. Colton's starting to pull back away from Nick. Man, it's frustrating that we can't catch up at all. We've been this way the whole race. I don't know what I can do to drive it differently. Like, I was saving tires at the beginning. It looked like Nick was pushing really hard to stay with them and hasn't changed his position at all. Dang it. Really frustrating. Been a good race though. Lots of fun. I just wish I was quicker. Just wish I was quicker. I'm just not quicker. See, I feel like we get decent exits, but he stays the exact same distance. I'm going to try and go a bit harder here. See if we can keep it from pushing. 1.1 now. Try entering a bit harder and just try and not overdrive exit. Probably the wrong thing to be doing. Yeah. Yep. Good Lord. That was the exact wrong thing to do.
The lead is just on 31.587.
Just no speed compared to the top 4. No speed at all. They've got it locked down. I have no idea how they're able to get it around the corner so fast. I feel like I'm pushing as hard as I can without just plowing the wall down, and I'm just so much slower. Ooh, Nick pushed. He might have got the wall there.
2 to go this time.
But only 2 to go. As long as he doesn't
Thanks, brother.
basically full throttle it out of the corner
Yeah,
and
I got
slam the
nothing.
wall, I don't think we're getting him.
Those changes make any difference?
Well, I got turned into the wall. I was at caution, so I have no idea.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Come on, Nick, plow the wall down.
Just got the white flag. Got just 1 more lap to go.
You're gonna beat me by a full second, not even make it an interesting race.
Bye, great race, man. What an awesome job tonight.
Oh man, just nothing. I had nothing for
I
him.
wanted it yellow to get my lap back. but
Absolutely
I don't care.
nothing
It was a
for him.
great racing.
Yeah, that's a long time to be the lucky dog, isn't it?
There's the checkered flag.
Good race, good win, Scott. That was a fun race to watch at the end. Thought you might catch him, Dylan.
Dang it. Good race,
Yeah,
good win.
Scott. Good race, everyone.
Oh, I gave it everything I could. I just was just so much slower than they were. Just did not have it. I tried
Been a
so
long
hard.
time since I've been that slow in a race.
Tried so dang hard to catch him at the end. I just didn't have any stinking speed. 54, 55, 65, 66. Whole 10% better on both tires, and we're like not gaining any time at all. I should have just pushed hard that whole time. Unfortunately. But it was fun. We got a P5. I'm definitely happy with that. Really wanted to beat Nick. Oh, it was fun though. First up is like right immediately Nick King on top 3 wide. Does Gregory go low to make it 3 wide? It was because that big stack up here. And then he's 3 wide. I don't know if Nick King just didn't know there or... Yeah, I don't think he knew they were 3 wide. And that's the first caution there. Unfortunately for him. Billy unable to avoid him, but doesn't look like much damage for either of them. And then I think we have one more caution. We have that pit stop on 47 or 46, and then we were gonna pit. Well, right at the stage end, we had our next caution, and that I think there was just a 2 caution race. Pretty good. Oh, huge net code. Huge net code. That's unfortunate. Ryan comes down a little bit, but he wasn't turning down at all. Shane was coming up a bit, but I mean, they weren't going to touch. And then there's like a 4 or 5 feet of net code right there, and that's unfortunate for Shane. And that's all the contact there was. Shane up on the outside, into the wall. That's really unfortunate. And then we go green to the end. Where did Shane end up? 24th. That's unfortunate for him. I'm happy with the P5. I'm happy we beat Ryan. Look at the... I was going to say look at the qualifying, but Ryan qualified 9th. And we qualified 10th and 11th, me and Nick. Scott finishes with his 2nd win. Colton stays in 3rd, unable to get back by Dylan. Matthias drops to 13th after getting the pole. 4, 5, and 6 are down here 10th, 11th, and 12th, so pretty interesting. Alan all the way from 17th makes it up to 9th. Great job. Billy all the way from 18th up to 7th. Nice job there as well. Overall, really fun race. I was trying so hard to catch him. I mean, I had better tires. It just didn't make a difference, and not a big enough one, at least. Just not enough laps left. I should have pushed harder, but you know, had we done that, maybe we wouldn't have beat Ryan. So, I mean, I pushed really hard in that second run, decided to try it different for the final run, and pretty much the same result. But we got by Ryan, so maybe that was a different result. But overall, I'm happy. I think we did as best we could there. Just didn't have the speed for the top 4.